What's happening with Bitcoin right now? We need to take a look at this because old addresses are coming back to life. Hey, and welcome to the Crypto Owl. What's going on with Bitcoin right now? It's very strange and very mysterious, which is naturally causing a bit of confusion in the market, and I don't want to withhold that from you. We can see here that the chart is going slightly down after it had actually been moving positively again. Remember, this is the death zone, as I call it, we used to drift around for a long time in the spring of this year, from, I like to mention it again, March until actually with some downturns, back in and out and back in until basically around July. So really, we've been just drifting around here for almost the entire spring. Of course, here is the beautiful spring. Since January, we have risen nicely, but since then, we have been hovering in this death zone. It hasn't really gone up, always down again. And now we are on the verge of absolutely returning to that death zone, where everything is just deathly boring. And that is exactly what is very exciting to observe right now, why the chart is currently going down and what is happening here. And in addition, Arkham Intelligence has posted a few activities in recent days. A report on this states that a holder who was involved with Bitcoin approximately in the first 2 months has sent about 5 Bitcoins to crack, which are currently worth around approximately $77 million. But this wallet, which still holds 1215 Bitcoins, remains inactive currently. Holds in this wallet, that's really impressive. Let's take a look at the whole thing. This is what the wallet looks like. And check out when they came in here. 13 years ago, June 14th, 2011. Insane. Respect at this point. So here someone really had a strong opinion very early on or was very active early on. And at the same time, we have the next addresses here, which are several. Some of the very first Bitcoin mining addresses have just awakened. $15.95 million in Bitcoin, 250 Bitcoins were just sent to 5 active addresses that were active in the early months of Bitcoin since January 2009. So you have to think about it. They haven't done anything the whole time. They weren't even active, and now they are sending their Bitcoin again. It is quite curious what is happening here right now. Old miners are awakening and causing wild speculation. Is the belief in Bitcoin over for these wallets? Are they sending these to others? Are these OTC deals? Perhaps even Microstrategy buying something here. Everything happening here is very questionable. In any case, there are movements occurring that are not exactly positive for the Bitcoin chart, as Bitcoin seems unsure of which direction to take. And that naturally causes a bit of confusion, as it is not positive that old wallets, meaning old holders, are suddenly active and moving their Bitcoins, some even to exchanges as just seen, to Kraken. Very mysterious. What could be behind this? Feel free to share your opinion in the comments. Why are such old or long-established wallets sending their Bitcoins here? Share your thoughts in the comments about why this is happening. Yes, as mentioned, this is causing a bit of confusion. Now, we can certainly go ahead and say, sure, we see here that Bitcoin has reacted a bit, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, because we see that the SPX is also involved. The S&P 500, which is also currently correcting downwards, may be the case, and the stocks are also falling right now. That it simply relates to this is perfectly fine, because we know that Bitcoin is correlated with the US stock market, and that is nothing to be ashamed of, nothing bad. But it is quite strange that long-established wallets are suddenly sending their Bitcoins, and that naturally leads to speculation and, of course, the big question. Do these wallets no longer believe in Bitcoin? Do they no longer believe that there will be a higher price? Currently, there are the wildest speculations. Everything from US dollars to US dollars is included in the Bitcoin price. And this naturally leaves the community with many questions, not really knowing if 2024 will see another rise, whether it will be a bull year or if the halving year will turn out to be a bad year. One major event we are all watching is the US presidential election. And if Donald Trump wins here, I believe the possibility of everything continuing to rise is very high. But if Kamala Harris wins, then I don't believe we will see the big green God candle here. So it remains very exciting. The US election is a crucial factor here, but I still say, remember 2020, 2024, 2016, Those are the halving years. These are not the drastic increases that we experienced a year later when the peak of the bull market was present. Yes, on this chart, it may look very nice when you look at the year 2020, which was also a halving year. At the end of the year, it really took off. Then it held steady here and then declined a bit in the summer, the typical summer slump. And then it made another move up in October after the peak of the bull market was reached and after it went down again. We experienced something similar in 2016, but the percentages in the halving didn't rise as dramatically. In the summer of 2017, specifically in May, just before summer, we experienced a significant increase of almost 70%. Then in August, there was an increase of 63%, and in 2017, we also saw the peak of the bull market with nearly 50% and another increase of almost 60%. Towards the end of the year, there was a dramatic rise before it started to decline again at the beginning of 2018, and then again in March. Now, of course, the big question is what happens now with the AB-Tober when we see it? In October 2024, many people assume that after such long-standing wallets suddenly send their bitcoins to exchanges or to active addresses. The big question is whether there is still any belief in Bitcoin at all when it comes to these transfers. If you say yes, it will go up, it will rise, then you obviously need a cryptocurrency exchange that you can rely on. For that, I recommend CoinEx. CoinEx is a really simple exchange where you can spot trade just like you know it. You can simply buy Bitcoin here by entering BTC. You can see that it is available against USDT and USDC. There are over 1,000 cryptocurrencies. The list is long and new listings keep coming every week, so there is quite a lot included. If you say no to setting a limit price or market price and that the best price is selected from the order book, then I don't want that. I would rather buy cryptocurrency directly. You can do this here by simply swapping, for example, by saying I have USDT, which is the main stablecoin on most exchanges, and I want to buy Bitcoin for it. Then I just say 100 USDT and I get that in Bitcoin and then just swap it. So simple. You can also buy here with third-party trading. You can buy Bitcoin here, then switch to Euro or wherever you are, and then simply purchase here, for example, through Simplex. Currently, the Euro price is 0.89 for 1 USDT. Then it all comes with Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, here is SEPA, here is bank transfer, everything is included. At the same time, it works the other way around as well. If you want to sell, you can do so here using the ask function, and then you can easily shop and swap with USDT. You can also go ahead and buy Bitcoin directly. This is also possible by simply selecting Bitcoin here, as well as Ethereum or USDC, everything possible in various currencies. At the same time, there is futures trading that you can take advantage of. You can use copy trading if you don't want to trade futures yourself, and there is an exclusive $100 promotional bonus for newcomers. Feel free to take advantage of it. You can find everything about it in the video description or at the top of the video regarding CoinEx. But we know of a company that is very, very bullish on Bitcoin, and yes, that is not in question. It is Microstrategy. Microstrategy has stepped up here, and this week, which is absolutely incredible, last week it accumulated $1 billion with $500 million for debt buyback and $500 million to buy Bitcoin. So Microstrategy is extremely bullish on Bitcoin, and we can see that very clearly here. They keep buying more and have already announced further purchases. This means that MicroStrategy continues on the path of believing that Bitcoin will keep rising, and this is definitely positive. I just hope that MicroStrategy stores their Bitcoin securely, for example, on something like Ledger. Ledger has their new devices, the Ledger Flex and the Ledger Stacks, which you can now purchase. Just zoom in here and customize your design on these Ledger Stacks. Flex. These are really cool things. Definitely check it out here and grab one at Ledger, a secure hardware wallet and a market leader in hardware wallets. Yes, and lastly, let's look at the topic of the Bitcoin ETF. Currently, we are seeing very little inflow into the ETF, especially after we had some outflows on the 18th of September. 2023, it is very quiet, one must say, so we currently have $158 million inflow, but overall 2001, yes, it could definitely be more. Here we have the list from Arkham showing the current situation with the various Bitcoin ETFs. As we can see, it is relatively calm there as well, which is not contributing to pushing the prices up. So it's quite interesting right now. By the way, I'll gladly put the link in the video description so you can see what's happening. For example, here, 604 Bitcoins have gone out, for instance. 49 minutes ago, 700 bitcoins were transferred from Grayscale to another address after being sent to Coinbase Prime. So we see here a lot is happening in and out, and you can look at it here even in real time, I would say, with a delay of about 10 minutes on average. Then you can see what is currently happening with the ETFs, but especially because Grayscale is experiencing outflows again, it is likely that the price will continue to drop here in 2021, along with the S&P 500 or SPX, which is also not performing positively right now. So it's really strange right now. Trust is gone and the price isn't going up except for Microstrategy, which keeps buying more. They believe in this long term. But what do you think? Do you believe it will continue to go up? Or are we in for a surprise and the whole situation has dimensions that we cannot yet imagine? For example, you never know. Sometimes things happen unexpectedly. In any case, it remains very exciting. I am looking forward to your predictions and your comments on this video and on the activities that are currently happening here. In this sense, I can't assess it well. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening right now, but I can imagine that perhaps more will awaken and cause a bit of confusion here, and that we will then be in October. Think of our live stream on Sunday, September 29th. In 2024, we are always live on the Crypto Yule YouTube channel and also on Twitch on Sundays. We will also be new on the Twitch channel, so feel free to check it out. In this sense, think about the comments, think about our free Telegram group, and I want to say thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.